What up, guys? We're going to be reviewing price action for this past week. Today is Saturday, November 29th, 2025. It's going to be a lot to review. We're going to go into specific trades from the entire week. I think Thursday was Thanksgiving, so there's no trades for Thursday. Let's go ahead and minimize this. All right. So yeah, no trades for Thursday, but we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. We could look at Thursday and see if I didn't even know if the market was open, but we could look at it. Anyway, yeah, a lot of interesting stuff to review. So let's start out by looking at the higher time frame. So let's make a new folder for today. Today is Saturday, so usually I just put stuff for like the higher time frame on Saturday. So like 11, 29, 25. Saturday. So any screenshots I take that are kind of unrelated to a specific day, I'll put in that folder. And yeah, so what do we got going on here? Well, we're obviously getting very nice displacement out of this weekly gap we talked about. We're actually going to need to pull up the S&P, and we're going to need to pull up YM as well. We'll just do one at a time though. So we have a weekly gap here. I'm actually going to take my AirPods out because I'm more interested in trying to talk today. And let's maybe make this a little smaller. There we go. And yeah, so we have this weekly gap. Market has been respecting it with previous month low S&T. I feel like we talk about this every single time, but you kind of have to when you go top down, right? It's like, okay, what's going on? Well, we have to look at, like, objectively what is going on. Weekly fair value gap. We have previous month's low S&T with the data low, and then we've gone higher. We had the 4-hour CRT. We drew up to this high. Monday started out the week, so it looks like week opened up here. Then we just slowly drew up to these highs. We did know it was a CRT. Yeah. Should we just start out with Monday? Maybe let's start out with Monday. Yeah. So Monday. Okay. Go down to low time frame chart. Let's just start looking around, see what we can observe for Monday. So, okay. Obviously, on Monday, it was a buy model. Then on Tuesday, it was a buy model. Then on Wednesday, it was a buy model. And then, yeah. So you can see we have 3 respective market maker buy models each day of the week, with the eventual intended draw being the CRT high, which was probably also a previous day high or a previous week high. Yeah, the eventual draw on liquidity being previous week's high. So this was the objective. The weekly objective was previous week's high. And you can see Wednesday essentially completes that weekly objective. So, and one big reason for why is we had the previous month's low S&T. So just understand the higher time frame context. We had previous month's low S&T, so now we have previous week's high that very well was likely to be drawn to, and then that was the draw on liquidity. We ended up going there. So yeah, just kind of looking around here. First things first, we backtest the new week opening gap, and then we backtest this. Yeah, so essentially, as far as I can tell, right, we have a draw on liquidity. We have a higher time frame PD array, which was this weekly for value gap. We had a sweep of the low with previous month's low S&T. And so the market just drew up to previous week's high, and that was it. Where's previous month's low? Here. It's previous month's low. And then previous month's low SMT. Right. At the bottom here. So now you're kind of starting to see what I'm getting at, right? We had a sweep with SMT. We have a draw on liquidity, previous week's high. And then we got 3 different buy models up to it. So here's previous month's low SMT. By the way, we use that 1 hour rejection block. There's your Phoenix entry, in case anyone was wondering. Then we had a fair value gap form there. That was the 2022 model. It's kind of interesting how that all plays out, huh? We'll actually look at that in a second. So, previous month's low SMT. Previous week's high is the draw on liquidity. So, just very obvious market maker buy model. We have accumulation. What kind of template is that? Okay. So, this is the weekly objective. Previous week's high. You can clearly see how this was a buy model, right? I'm curious if, let's look at stat map real quick. Hopefully I still have it. Hey, let's go. Okay. Bruh. Why do I have that? So yeah, we barely come down to statistical discount because we end up using that new week opening gap, and then we expand and we go up to previous week's high, which is the weekly objective. So you can kind of see what happened here, right? We have 1 hour rejection block, maybe even 15-minute rejection block. Yeah, I'd rather use the 1 hour one. It looks like that was more obvious. So 1 hour rejection block, right? It came with a sweep of liquidity. So check how everything plays out here. So, right, we have a sweep. We have a rejection block on the 1 hour. So, bang. So, we go from the 1 hour rejection block to make this a little lighter to a 1 hour for value gap. So you're starting to see it yet, right? Rejection block with previous month's low SMT. Then a 2022 fair value gap. Then breaker. I mean, maybe you consider that to be the breaker. Or maybe you need to consider something else as the breaker. Wait, actually, let's see if this fits inside a dealing range. It's always interesting to see. We're going to need to pull this up quite a bit. Maybe even we need to pull it up one more. Wait, let's actually shift it down. Alright, So yeah, we sweep out the lows at the low. Wait, let's actually pull this up one more. This might get very interesting. Yeah, this occurred at the low of the dealing range, dude. Pretty cool. This rejection block occurs at the low of the dealing range, making it a higher probability rejection block. I mean, this is interesting because it's not really a fair value gap, but it's a void, and the void sure acts like it's a fair value gap here. Like, I'm actually kind of very interested to see, like, did this hit consequent encroachment of this perfectly? Because if so, that's just, like, insane. Yeah. Yeah, so what? So you can see how there's CE of the fair value gap partition. That's insane. That is insane. You see that? Rejection block forms exactly where we should, where we sweep liquidity. Then, so maybe this is this is used better as a gap. Wait, maybe we need to use a 15-minute gap. Or maybe we just use an implied gap. Wait, that actually makes more sense, actually. Wait, that actually makes a lot more sense. If we use this as an implied gap, where we merge these candles together. Oh, dang, bro. Wait, let me pull this up on the higher time frame. Yeah, I mean, take this low to this, or this high to this low. That's an inefficient delivery, a section of delivery, and it's perfectly within this partition. And this is perfectly in the OB partition. Not to mention, this move lower is in the OB partition. Yeah. So interesting. So what is that? 2187? 2187. So, rejection block forms at the low of the dealing range, right? Then we come up, perfectly tap CE of this, and then we expand. Crazy. So GB, FEG, CE. Okay, let's save this in Saturday. GB, FEG, CE hit perfectly. And then as well, right, our rejection block forms at the low of the dealing range, right? For our rejection block for Phoenix forms at the low of the dealing range. Love the late night Saturday grind. Heck yeah, bro. Heck yeah. I'm just bored and I have nothing else better to do. But like, you see why I say it's higher probability Phoenix when it sweeps out liquidity like this, and then has SMT. This is pretty cool. Now, it was kind of scary, I bet. If you were holding through this, it'd probably be kind of scary. Man, these markets, they kind of have no mercy. I'm not going to lie. They kind of have no mercy. Even people trading a good trade can easily get wrecked. I'm using ChatGPT to write me Pine script right now. Yeah, I've been doing that too. It's nice. I need to code more in Pine script. But I've coded 3 things now so far, which is pretty cool. Okay, so that's the only other thing I want to mark out. But yeah. I think RBs at the edges of the dealing ranges, they can be very nice. The edge of the what is it? 21, it's 2187, right? 2197. Am I sure that that's it? I thought it was. What's your main model? I trade AMD, and so anything to get on side with AMD, whether that be an inversion for value gap, could be a change of state delivery, could be a regular for value gap when there's displacement, etc. So it's just trading AMD. All right. Okay, so I wrote 2197, but it's actually 2187. Let's read. I thought it was 2187 too. $10 a.m. maybe. Wait a second, guys. Wait, I'm sorry. This is so. I'm actually kind of. My brain's going on a little. My brain's going on a little. What's it called? Tangent right now. 2187. Isn't the digital root of that 9? 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 8 is 11 plus 7 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Wait. What about 729? What? Wait a second. 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. 2, 4, 3. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 8 plus 1 is 9. 2 plus 7 is 9. 6 plus 5 is 11. Plus 6 is 17. Plus 1 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. 1 plus 9. What? Bro. I never stop learning. What the heck? All of these are 9s. All of these are 9s. They're all 9s. Digital root of all these numbers are 9. Wait. Let me just keep going for a second. 1 plus 9 is 10 plus 6 is 16. plus 8 is 24. Plus 3 is 27. 2 plus 7 is 9. 59,000. 5 plus 9 is 14. 14 plus 4 is 18. 18 plus 9 is 27. 2 plus 7 is 9. 177,147. Dude, I can't do that in my head. Let me switch my screen. Yo, what? 1 plus 7 plus 7 plus 1 plus 4 plus 7 is 27. 2 plus 7 is 9. What the heck? Dude, it all ties back to digital roots and 369, bro. What? Nah, that's... Wait, that's actually crazy. The heck? Nah, I gotta go on a walk after that. That's... You guys might... Maybe you guys get that, maybe you guys don't, but that's like... I've been using Goldbach for like a year now. I never realized the dealing ranges are just all digital roots of 9. I never realized that. What the heck, bro? Holy. The heck? The heck? Hey, bro, I gotta go on a walk, because what the heck? That kind of confirms my theory that I think 9 is the strongest digital root. Bro, what the heck? Hold up. I never realized that. I never realized that. All of the digital roots of all of the highs and lows of the dealing ranges are 9s. Wait, now I'm actually like... Now I'm distracted. I'm definitely distracted now. If I wasn't distracted before, I'm definitely distracted now. Wait, let's... Oh, man. Let's pull up all these numbers. That actually makes so much sense. Wait. Wait, so okay. So hold up. Let's just get rid of everything for a second. So it's crazy. Wait, what the heck? One plus one plus. So 1. Wait, this is crazy. Eight, 2, 8, 5, 8, 1, 5. 8, 8 plus 1. I don't know if that means anything, but definitely the fact that all of the dealing ranges are 3, 6, and 9 is something. It is something. Wait, now that I'm looking at this whole thing. We got... Man, now I'm so... Like, what? Yeah, because here we have a breaker. And we have a for value gap. How's your trading? Good, bro. Here's a... As I said, this is that void. And here's the rejection block. It's crazy that all the dealing ranges are all digital roots of 9. I never knew that. I don't know. There's something interesting about the number 9. There's something interesting about it. I don't get it. Dude, I am so distracted. I was supposed to be reviewing the week, bro. And now I'm like... all distracted. Because, yeah, wait. This indicator is so crazy. How could this be free? I can't believe this indicator is free. Kalechi's like, what the? Bro, you ever realize that when you take the digital root of all of the gold block dealing ranges, all of these have a digital root of 9? All of them have a digital root of 9, I guess besides 3, but all of them have a digital root of 9. That's crazy. I never realized that. But you add up all the numbers of each of these, the digital root of them is 9. They're all 9. And it comes back to, like, you know how 369, we use, like, 9 is the highest probability time to go around liquidity? Gosh, that's crazy. Cave, bro. I'm learning from the market. I'm not intentionally picking for value gaps. I'm looking at what happened. It's not even fair value gaps. It's just observing. It's observing what happened and then learning from it. That's all I'm doing. So interesting, man. There's something to GB. I mean, genuinely, what? Every day it makes just a little more sense. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we should probably just move on and look at something else. But I still think that that's so interesting. There's something special about the number 9. Dude, I'm just learning from the market. It's not any deeper than that. I get what you're saying though, but I'm not intentionally trying to cherry pick. I just try and see what happened and then learn from it. I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. I never try and cherry pick. I'm just observing. That's actually crazy though. Like, you guys might not be understanding what I'm thinking, but I've been using Goldbach levels for almost a year now, and I had no idea that it was connected to 3, 6, and 9. I had no idea Goldbach was connected to 3, 6, and 9. All the digital roots of all the dealing ranges all add up to 9. It's just insane. I have no idea. I thought it, like, that's and it's 3, 6, and 9. There's something about 9, the number 9. I don't know what it is. There's something about it. Yeah, obviously this is looking like more and more like a buy model, but let's see. Okay, we were supposed to actually review the week. Sorry guys, went on a huge tangent. So let's go ahead and get rid of this now. Sorry for the huge tangent, but it's just so interesting to observe the market sometimes. So this was an hourly phoenix. Do you see the phoenix that occurs here? And we come and tap that weekly objective. That's why it's helpful to be able to identify SMT as fast as you can. The faster you can identify SMT, the better. I actually think Phoenix 0 is better on this one. Check the Phoenix 0 out here. Crazy RR on this. Up to previous week's high, that's 18R. It's crazy. So Phoenix 0 on the hourly at 8 a.m. on Friday. let's actually put this in Friday because this happened on Friday. And I'm just gonna put. What time was this at? 7 a.m. Oh, it was last Friday, a week ago. 7 o'clock. Crazy. Okay, hang on. I don't know why, but my face kind of hurts. I'm gonna go wash my face. It's so interesting, though. You could have used this rejection block. Like, this would be a very high probability flow state out of this rejection block had I had known that it was occurring. You could drop down to a 5-minute chart. Do we crash next week? That is a great question. I'm going to have to look around and see. Yeah, this is actually so crazy. So you could definitely take this change in state off of the rejection block. I mean, look at this. Look how nice this is. Anyone who took this trade is a goat. A goat of trading because, yeah, this is high probability stuff right here. Like, we have previous month's low SMT, low of the dealing range, obvious AMD. Oh, man. My face is getting so irritated. I don't know what's been going on. But yeah, 5-minute change in state off of this rejection block. Beautiful. Just beautiful. And then we can project it out. So I'd go like that. Honestly, I measured out like this. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe that's not the best way to measure it. Maybe it's better to measure it like this. Yeah, looks like it is. So the best way to measure it would be like this. Target 4 projections. Why the heck is my face irritated right now? Ugh. Anyway. Yeah, it looks like 4 projections with a move. You honestly, though, the safe way to go would probably just be target 2 projections. But you could target 4 if you wanted to. I'd probably just target 2. What an amazing trade if you could take that. If you had the opportunity to be on the charts at that exact time. I just wish that I could see this all at the exact moment that it occurs, because you guys already know that's my biggest issue, is just being on the charts. What a beautiful market maker buy model, though. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. And then this is, right here, this is second stage distribution. Wow. Okay, I'll look at that in a second. Hang on. So I'd go like this, stop loss below the momentum candle, because I'm entering on a close. Realistically, I would not. Realistically, I would target these highs, but you get what I'm saying. Or you get what I'm showing, at least. This is flow state off a rejection block. $11.20. And this was on Friday. 11:20 flow state. 1 hour, aligning with the 5 minute. Be so cool if it could be automated. I mean, Jan kind of had an automated flow state system, but I just wish it could always be automated like perfectly. I'm sure obviously people have it. That's why these markets are so perfect. I need to build my own one day. Okay. Flow state close. 1 hour aligning with the 5 minute. You should I look at the higher time frame, see what you think's gonna go? What do you think? See what's gonna go on here. This was on 11:20. This was a whole week ago. So should I look at the higher time frame? Okay, right here. Let me know if you want me to look at the higher time frame. Realistically, though, as I said, I would just target this high. Wow, that's not actually that good of a trade. It's like no RR. I mean, it's a great trade. Don't get me wrong, it's a great trade, but it's like RR wise, it's not so good. Do you normally have to manually backtest things, or can you write a program to do it? That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, it'd be nice if I could just have a program to do it. It'd be nice. But yeah, I usually just go in the market and backtest and observe what I see. And I've been doing this a long time, and I don't know, I just enjoy it. One day I'd love to have it automated, but unfortunately I'm not a coder yet. And there was likely a 5 minute Phoenix there as well. And I probably mentioned that. I'm pretty sure I did. So this was, yeah, 11:05. There's a Phoenix on the 5 minute. I did acknowledge that. Okay, once again, 11:20, flow state close, 1 hour with the 5 minute, and then this is number 2. And then this is, and we have second stage distribution. I want to look at second stage distribution. So we probably ended up using the Reaper gap. This is very, very obvious. Wow. I think I took the 15-minute IPG there. Oh, no. I was thinking of a different day. Yeah, we have a breaker. Oh, man, we almost certainly used the Reaper gap. We almost certainly did. So, yeah, look at this, guys. Look at this. Do you see the essence of a buy model here? Right? This specifically right here to here is the buy model. We got to drop down to a lower time frame though. So this is the buy model. We already created a previous week's low S&T. The buy model uses this 15-minute balanced price range here. And what it does is it's a 1-minute buy model off of 15-minute PD ray. So 15-minute discount balanced price range. How beautiful. This doesn't get more beautiful than this, guys. Look at this. First of all, previous month's low SMT. We have another SMT here with that low. Oh, we have SMT. We have so many SMTs. Yeah, so we go. So 15-minute PD ray. So we go from the rejection block, as always. I think I have this one marked out as well. I want to go look and see. I don't. There's always so much to look at, right? So we have a 15-minute discount BPR. So let's make this dark. Then we had many SMTs. It's kind of annoying sometimes to have to mark out all the SMTs though. So I'm not going to. But check this out. Look how perfect this is, okay? This is going to get very, very cool very fast. And I think we should probably mark out at least, we had stacked SMTs. So it was like, I can't even remember. I think it was just with that low and with that low. So, check this out, right? Just so perfect. It's just so perfect. And it's right at 11 a.m. So 11 a.m. reversal buy model. Crazy. Okay. So, a 1-minute rejection block. Okay, check this out. So this is an 11 a.m. reversal market maker buy model. We go so the 15-minute discount BPR is a hard time from key level. We have the rejection block. Then we have the fair value gap in discount. So here's the 2022 gap. I think I saw that. Then here we have a breaker. And in discount of the breaker, what do we have? What do we have, guys? We have the Reaper gap, right? Honestly, kind of feels like I took a trade here, but I don't know if I did. Oh man, I remember this. Yeah, the 1120 inversion. Yeah, it made me feel like trading is just so easy when I saw that. I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. Does it get more simple than that? So yeah, what happened is we had this gap here. So I actually like marking it out like this. And I think that's in discount of this thingy. Just watched you live trading video. Okay. Good to know. Thanks for the advice, bro. But I'm honestly gonna keep ignoring everyone because that's not my personality. That's not how I trade. I trade I trade based off of what makes sense to me. I'm not really here to do anything else other than that. So I'm not just gonna change what I do just because other people don't like it. Like they're trying to help me and trying to correct me. Like, no, bro, I'm gonna do me. You do you. I'm not just gonna, I know what I'm doing. Even if I lose, I know what I'm doing. So. Pretty cool, huh? See how we use we're using the breaker using the bodies. We have a Reaper gap here. Ooh, let's actually mark this out as like this. Hang on. Okay, check this out, right? So we have a 1 minute breaker. We have a 1 minute rejection block, 1 minute 2022 model. So sick, dude. This doesn't get more perfect than this. And then yeah, we ended up doing a Reaper Abyss off of this. One day, dude. One day, I'm gonna catch whatever it's called. I'm gonna catch a market maker buy model where I catch every single entry. I'm gonna catch every single entry. There's a guy to kind of trade your style. It's too risky for me. You want to check him out. He's live 8 a.m. Eastern. Who? That's cool, man. But yeah, I'm not gonna. I know my personality. I'm not gonna just change what I'm doing just because one, I've taken losses. Two, people are telling me I'm doing things wrong. No, bro. I'm gonna do what actually makes sense. I'm not here to just because I execute it incorrectly doesn't mean that I'm wrong. Nice, bro. Nice. Okay, so this right here, that's the new Halcyon protocol thing I talked about. This is Phoenix. Okay, check this out. Phoenix here. Halcyon protocol here. I need a better way to mark that out. And then we have a nice little Reaper Abyss here, right? You see how all these models I'm talking about, they all are things. They all play out. They all exist. I just suck at taking them, right? It doesn't mean they're not there. Should have it be like that. So sick, bro. And then we had the SMTs. We had like, yeah, wow. What beautiful price action, dude. but does that mean that I'm going to see it or catch it? Not necessarily, unfortunately. So this is first stage distribution. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. And then this is second stage. That's so sick, bro. That is so sick. I mean, we haven't even looked at true opens or SMTs or anything. It's just the raw price action on the chart. Wow, bro. So 11/20. Yeah, this is November 21st, 2025. Not even looking at true opens, just observing raw price action. It's crazy. So okay, yeah, Friday 11/21, November 21st. So I'm just gonna put in here 11 a.m. market maker buy model. Okay, let's go put this in the trade observations from last week. I might take a little break. That's so cool, though. I can't lie. I'd love to see if this fit in a dealing range. It might have. It's very possible. Oh, there it is. Oh, we gotta move it up one or two. We gotta move it up two. Oh, yeah. Well, kinda. Wow, we need to go down one more, huh? We need to go down one more. And then I bet it's gonna fit really nicely. Well, I don't know. Yep, we have a rejection block at the low dealing range, break a structure for value gap. Unfortunately, that's not the for value gap partition. but I bet you on the 32nd it is. Anyway. Still interesting. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. But this is pretty cool. I was just thinking more about all of those being digital roots of 9. I wonder, all the dealing ranges being digital roots of 9. I was thinking, I'm thinking like, because what's going on is, it's just multiplying the previous number by 3. So 3 dealing ranges fit inside of the dealing range above it. So I don't know exactly what that entails, but it's fascinating. Probably gonna need. Oh, man, you know what? I'm gonna continue the break because I kind of wanna look at something in Hopalopika's book because I'm actually. Oh my. Yeah, bro. At the start of Hopalopika's book, I'm not gonna tell you guys a spoiler or anything. Yeah, Goldbach is really actually connected to 3, 6, and 9, actually. Specifically, 9 is so important. I'm just trying to figure this out. Sorry, guys. If you guys are just now joining, I am on a tangent right now. So, wait, what is this? wait. Remove the decimal point. Wait. Remove the decimal. See, now the RTH thing from last week makes sense. Oh, what the... What the... Wait. Guys, man, this is crazy. Wait. Wait, I think I'm getting it. Hold up, I think I get it. 729 plus 81 divided by 729. Yeah, so the way Hopalopica gets the 0.11 at the end of the dealing range is... This is its own dealing range. The 1 to 0.111 is its own lower time frame dealing range. So if this is 729, then this is going to be an 81. And then 729 plus 81 divided by 729 is how it gets the 0.111. I'm probably not making any sense. Oh my gosh. But there's something to it, dude. There's something to it. Anyway, we should just look at normal stuff now, guys. I'm sorry. I just get so distracted so easily. It's crazy. I guess let's go all the way back to when we had the previous week's low S&T and stuff. Yeah, so let's go all the way back to here. Bro, I got crazy distracted. Alright, finally we can go look and see what happened this week. So, weekly objective was previous week's high. We essentially had 3 or 4 buy models to get up here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Know what I'm looking at right now. Yeah, I was gonna look at this new week opening gap. I think. I don't know. I don't even know what specifically to look at. There's a lot of interesting stuff. I feel like, actually, you know what? I've looked at most of this. Yeah, basically what you need to understand about this week is if I go to the 15-minute, right, we have 3 buy models, 3 to 4 buy models. It's one. Whoops. Oh, I'm tired. 1, 2. This one was a big one. 3. And then you can definitely make the case this one's a buy model as well. But let's just, for the sake of simplicity, let's just call it these 3. And guys, I might end the stream for now. But this is basically what happened this week. We had 3 buy models, all of which continued us on the way to our destination, which was previous week's high here. So 3 buy models inside a much larger market maker buy model. So this is why understanding the models within models is so important, right? Understanding that it was a higher time frame buy model, so each of these will be lower time frame buy models. And understanding that fractal nature of price is very important. So there's that weekly objective. Once again, all within a higher time frame market maker buy model, which was this right here. Yeah. I'm getting really tired. I might just, I don't know, take a break, like end the stream and do something else, maybe. I don't know. Market maker buy models within market maker buy model. Oh, I think I understand why. Wait. Have you ever heard of SMB Capital? I've not. So the reason .111, I'm understanding it now. The reason .1111 is important is it's because this is 9 to to the negative first power. That is why. That Carl from the moon? The heck, bro? This is why 0.111 is important. It's because it's a 369 to a negative power. And then 9 to the first power is just 9. I understand why 0.111 is so important now. It's 9 to the negative 1 power. Meaning it's just 1 over 9. Nine to negative first power is 0.11. Just an interesting thing I've never realized before. It's just the start of selling. Selling? Selling what? What's 9 to the negative second power? Hey, let's ask ChatGPT. What is... Hold up. We'll ask it what 9 to the negative first power is first.
Hey, bro. What's up?
What is 9 to the negative first power?
So 9 to the power of negative 1 is just the same as saying 1 over 9. When you have a negative exponent, it basically means you're taking the reciprocal of the number. So 9 to the negative first is 1/9.
Well, in decimal.
Absolutely. So 1/9 as a decimal is about 0.11 repeating. In other words, it's 0.1 and then the 1 keeps repeating indefinitely. So that's the decimal form of 9 to the negative 1.
What's 9 to the negative 2?
Alright, so 9 to the negative 2 is basically the same idea, but now you're squaring the reciprocal. So that means it's 1 over 9 squared. And since 9 squared is 81, 9 to the negative 2 is 1 over 81. So that's your answer.
No, in decimal.
Got it. In decimal form, 1 over 81 is about 0.0123 repeating. So it's roughly 0.0123, and then that 1, 2, 3 pattern just keeps repeating indefinitely.
Wait. Say it one more time.
Of course, no problem at all. So 1 over 81 as a decimal is about 0.0123, and that 1, 2, 3 pattern just repeats forever. So it's like 0.0123 repeating. Hopefully that clears it up.
What's 9 to the negative 3 power in decimal?
Absolutely. Let's do that one too. So 9 to the negative 3 is 1 over 9 cubed. 9 cubed is 729, so that's 1 over 729. As a decimal, that's roughly 0.00137. So it's a very small decimal, about 0.00137.
I don't know if that's helpful or relevant at all, but you'll see that the GB ranges are all... These are all powers of 9. They are... The digital roots of them are 9. I don't know. I'm just gonna screenshot it. Like I just said, I just observe things, learn, but I do think I never made that connection before. That 0.111 is just 9 to the negative 1. Anyway, I just think. I'm just a thinker, bruh. I just think a lot. A lot of it's nonsense, but some of it becomes interesting. To the negative powers. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's just a buy model this week. I don't know what else to say other than that. We could go on the lower time frame. We could look around on the lower time frame. We could, let's see, I could look at something else. I don't know. New week opening gaps are probably interesting this week. We used this one. I talked about how that was like a perfect move off of that new week opening gap. That one was also nice. In general, the idea for the week was that we were expanding towards previous week's high. Obviously, a lot of stop losses were hit here. That's something to say about it. I mean, if we can get through this external gap, we could very well go higher, but we're going to need to get through it. We have inversed this 12-hour gap. This is something I've been saying for a while. If we get through this external gap, or technically external balanced price range, we could very well continue through it. You guys want to just go on more tangents and look at the higher time frame? I kind of want to just look at the higher time frame. Like, when you think about it, on the high time frame, this is second stage distribution of this market maker buy model, right? You guys see what I'm saying? Here's first stage distribution. Here's second stage, because this is a breaker and a fair value gap. So we gotta be coming to a close here soon on this higher time frame, I would think. Meaning, like, I think the market's gonna like finally get the retracement at some point soon. I would say we might need to go retake all-time highs. I mean, maybe you need to actually look at it from a perspective of this. When you look at it like that, this whole thing is the breaker, and this is the fair value gap. Then all of a sudden you get the Reaper gap to be here, which is correct. So there's that Reaper gap. So there's something significant about Reapers. I swear there must be like a specific GB range for it to be in. Like the Reaper, like I wonder if it's like the Reaper forming in this specific GB level is a higher probability Reaper. Like somewhere in discount of the breaker, I would think. Okay, we're going on a little tangent here. Yeah, because this has got to be the breaker partition, right? You can see the low of the dealing range forming at the low of the buy model. So the breaker that was utilized was actually, that makes sense. So we have this as a breaker. This is a rejection block. We might need to go down to a weekly. Yo, I'm creating a trading team. I've been trading for 2+ years. I trade market profile, inflection points, and a breakout system. It's based off of how the best 7-figure traders team trade in teams. That's awesome, bro. That's great. I'm starting to get it, guys. I think I'm really starting to get it. Market maker buy models, right? We'll move from the rejection block. You can see that occurred. We need to actually get that pulled up. I'm starting to get it though. The market maker buy models go from the rejection block. You can see that rejection block occurring at the rejection block partition. I'm starting to get it. And then we get the fair value gap partition. Fair value gap forming in the fair value. But oh man, this is definitely what I'm starting to get it, guys. Wait a second. I'm starting to get it. Yeah, guys, this is getting interesting. Hold up. So, from the rejection block. By the way, what kind of PD rate does this use? Probably. Are you interested in anything like that, trading a team model? Yes, bro, of course. I'd love to. These markets are so interesting. Holy. So fascinating, bro. Okay, so we got that Phoenix rejection block at the GB rejection block partition to our Halcyon protocol entry. So there's our 2022 gap. So this is our Halcyon protocol that I named, which occurred in the fair value gap partition. See that? Okay, so rejection block, fair value gap, and then we have a breaker that occurs in the breaker partition. And it's aligned with a fair value gap. I'm starting to get it, I think. So, you can see we have a breaker. So this is a weekly 3-month model. Let's hop in a call sometime. You should check it out. What S&B Capital. Okay, yeah, for sure, man. Be interesting. So it's a breaker on the weekly. Okay, now, dude, guys, I am getting so excited. This is so cool. So weekly, This is a weekly 3-month buy model that's been going on for however long. So the 3-month gap is right here. So this is our higher time frame PD array. Or maybe it's a 6-month gap. Oh, that's 3 week. I was like, what? Okay, here's the 3-month for value gap. We could even mark it out like this. So we are aligning 3-month with the weekly. So, dude, I need to make a new freaking thing for this. Hold up. Let's actually add this to the journal. Monthly, daily. Okay, we need a new thing for this. Hold up. You gotta make a new template for this. Three-month W. That is so fascinating. Okay, wait. Then we have equilibrium. I kind of feel like I'm starting to get it a little more. So there's the Phoenix entry. There's the equilibrium, the Halcyon protocol entry. I think I'm starting to get it, bruh. We go from the rejection block to the fair value gap. We go all the way up past the high. Then we go all the way to the back to the breaker. So within every dealing range, there will be 9 smaller ones. Actually, there'll be 11. Wait. Let me think. Within every dealing range, there will be 11 dealing ranges. Yo, what up, Motley? How's it going? Within every dealing range, there will be 11 dealing ranges. So, for instance, this is the 6561. So 6561. Within this, we have what's 2 below this? 729. So within the 6561, there are 11 729 dealing ranges. But what I'm wondering is how they, like, how does it, I gotta go back to this. I have not looked at this in a long time. It's been many moons since I've even looked at this thing. Why can't I see the bottom? Oh, because that's the end of it. Nah, see, I don't understand even any of this still. I don't understand it. From what I know, it's moving from the rejection block to the fair value gap. That's what I see. I don't know what this is saying. Rejection block, breaker block. Cause what? I don't see no rejection block, breaker block. I see rejection block for value gap or low order block. Man, would you explain that again, the dealing range? Yeah, so from what I understand about, because I'm still a trader and learning and an observer, but from what I've seen, not this is not official like ICT. This is just me from my own personal studies. From what I've seen, the market maker models will go from the rejection block to the fair value gap, and then eventually to the breaker, and then the final expansion. And you can see the rejection block forms in the rejection block, the fair value gap forms in the fair value gap, the breaker forms in the breaker. But I don't really totally understand everything else yet. But I can. There's something to it. I just don't get it. But basically, these dealing range sizes all perfectly have digital roots of 9. So if you add up all the digits of these numbers, they'll all add up to 9. And the distance from here to here, from the high to the extension, is perfectly one dealing range. So for instance, this is the 6561. So take two dealing ranges smaller than that. It's perfectly, the distance from here to here is a 729 dealing range. And that's something I just realized today. But I just don't understand everything. I really don't. I don't know. There's a lot I don't understand. But I can just tell that there's something to it, bro. I just can tell, but I'm too stupid to get it. I'm too stupid and I look crazy. And I'm too stupid to get it. Like, I can tell it's going on, but I'm just too stupid to understand it. So I look crazy. I'm just too stupid. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's something to it. From what I've seen, we'll go from the rejection block to the fair value gap and then expansion. That's what matters to me. So I don't get it though. Just for fun, I'm gonna turn it up to the higher one. I just want to see if there's something to it. Oh gosh, you guys think we're gonna go up to this? Oh my gosh, that'd be... Patience, you will get it. There's something to it, bro. There's something to it, but I don't know. Like, you can clearly see, like, there's a lot of interesting stuff that happens that respects Goldbach. Like if I go to gold, ironically, if I go to gold, if I go to gold, the low of ever of gold was in I think it was the low of gold was exactly at the low of the dealing range. And it's just so fascinating. Like, well, man, I don't know. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I need to look at actual gold. That's why. I don't know. Never mind. Just ignore me. I don't really know what I'm... It's just something interesting. Anyway, just ignore the stream. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to, but I don't know. It's just... To me, it's interesting. Like, look, we go perfectly to that fair value gap. This fair value gap. I don't know. I'm hurting my head. I'm hurting my head, bro. It just kind of like you. I can only look at this like once every like third weekend because once I look at it too much, it hurts my head and then I feel stupid. So I gotta stop. But it is just like, what the heck is going on here? Like I am so stupidly curious. I want to understand it. There's something to it, bro. I just don't know what. I can tell. Anyway, I need a break. Grade the previous twice price swing from the previous dealing range. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So I guess it's looking like it's gonna be a buy model now. Daily. We got this daily change instead delivery. Probably off a monthly gap. So at this point we have a monthly gap here. So it might be worth just plotting this idea out. Like, yo, maybe we're gonna get expansion off of this. Honestly, we probably will. Hey, what up, Cave? How's it going? I just want to plot this out in case it happens, just to say that I called it, because if it does happen, I want to be able to say that I called it. But monthly gap, and we formed this massive previous month's low S&T. So we might just go back up to all-time highs here. And then we have a daily change in state. Yeah, I just want to be able to say that I called it. I'm like 3 days late to it, though. Man, taking this as a swing trade would have been nice if I had seen it 2 days ago. Monthly fair value gap, previous month's low S&T, and then daily change in state of delivery. I don't know, sometimes you just kind of look around. I just like looking around at the charts. It's just fascinating to me. So, we'll probably go higher. I mean, I don't know. Let's just draw this out. So if this is a buy model, right? If this is a buy model, and this is daily change in state, and we just use that, then let's project out this Santa rally. True, yeah, it'll be going into December. So let's project this out. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll probably go up 2 to 2.5 projections, come back down, maybe use this as a breaker, who knows, and then go up 3, 4 projections. Okay, I'm going to put this in my monthly, daily market maker models. We need to inverse this gap. If we inverse this gap, it could be very, very clean, right? So what I'm talking about is that gap up here. We need to inverse this. We might have already inversed it. Did we? Oh, wow. I feel like that's maybe close enough. I don't know. Is that wrong for me to say that it's close enough? Okay, I am going to put this in monthly daily models because if it happens, I want to say that I called it. So accumulation. Manipulation. Distribution. I mean, yeah. Seems not bad, I would say. Let's just all full port longs. Just kidding. Kidding. But now it makes a lot of sense why we've been ripping through this external gap. Because I was thinking maybe the external gap would reject us, but now it's making a lot of sense because, yeah, higher time frame market maker buy model, I guess. Yeah, because I would mark it out like this. So, like, this being the sell side of the curve of the buy model, and then this being buy side of the curve. And then now it looks very textbook, right? Okay, let's go ahead and put this in monthly daily models. I think this has some credibility, possibly. Okay, just put it in. Okay, I'd love to see if this fits in the dealing range. Of course it does. Of course it does. Why am I even surprised? What? Wow. Yeah, pop down into that fair value gap partition, which is a fair value gap. We're probably going to expand pretty aggressively. Is this a monthly? Dang, dude. Maybe we just go to the skies from here. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Wait, you know what? Wait. From the fair value gap partition to the external. Yeah, this is what Hopalopico was talking about. Oh, wait, no. I think it's like this. What are you using? I'm looking at market maker models. Now I'm curious if this is 5 dealing ranges inside of the. I don't think it's gonna fit. Not quite. Wait, I think it's because it's supposed to go to CE. Wait. Guys, I gotta go look at this again. There's. Why is the fair value gap partition always so sensitive? I don't get it. What is significant about it? It's always the fair value gap partition that's sensitive. It always is. I don't know why. Like, what I'm thinking is I wonder if the fair value gap partition aligns with the low of a lower time frame dealing range or something like that. Sorry guys, this is more of just like a random chill type of backtesting stream where I just look at literally whatever I want to. Wait. There's so much I don't understand. Are you a prop firm trader? I'm trying to move away from prop firms, but yeah, I do trade prop firms. Right now I've been trading Top Step, and they've been honestly kind of being a pain a little bit because their servers keep breaking, but it is what it is. I'm trying to get away from it though. I'm trying to go to personal. Yeah, it's looking like a market maker buy model. I don't know what else to say other than that. We're probably just gonna go up. I might just end the stream. I'm a little too tired for this. Markets are so interesting. Markets are so interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. I might continue it later, but for now, I'm gonna end it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm just getting super tired. I'm not gonna make it big right now.